Blue Hotel on a lonely highway.
Just when you thought it was safe to turn on YouTube, Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Yes, I won't win prizes for being the next Chris Isaac on America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent. None of those shows. But by the time you watch this video, folks, you probably end up booking yourselves a hotel somewhere far, far away, crying your eyes out because you're probably wondering to yourself, Jason, why have you got Street Fighter 6 on your video thumbnail? Why are we looking at a PlayStation 5 walkthrough for a game that's being released next year? Well, put it this way, folks. You know how I talk about identity politics just invading every corner of pop culture everywhere? Well, it's about to get worse, folks. And it's so funny and maybe slightly disturbing at the same time. I had to bring this to your attention because honestly, when I saw this today, I just could not stop laughing. I'm probably going to have the same reaction when I see this again. So without further ado, and by the way, just to give you some context, folks, this is the Rad Brad. He's one of my all-time favorite YouTubers out there. I've been watching this guy's videos for the longest time. He's just great. He's just really awesome. And I just like his matter-of-factness when he talks about the video games he plays through. So I've got to take you through this because it is just hilarious. Are you ready for ultimate cringe, guys? It's about to come your way.
All right, choose a server. We're finally in the game. Let's go.
Caution.
What?
I think that's the wisest word I can think of.
It looks like we meet again. So that's your vibe, is it? I like it. You got it. Not in a bad way, of course. In an amazing way. So, this is where I'd usually say you can go wherever and do whatever, but
First of all, great side boob action there. I highly approve of that. So Capcom, you haven't let me down in that respect. But can you imagine, you've got a teenage daughter or son, and you bought this game for them as their present. Now, back in my day, folks, the thing is you'd have to worry about was whether you're watching a film or a TV show with your parents and a nudie scene comes up or something a little bit more inappropriate between a man and a woman, and you kind of start getting the hot sweats and you don't know where to look at in the living room. But can you imagine that you brought this game for your kids and they sat down and then they're greeted with this blue-haired twink right in front of their very eyes? Daddy? Who's this person right here? Well, son, it's very hard to explain, but, you have the real world, and then you've got this make-believe world. Well, video game developers like Capcom seem to think you have to bring real-world SJW-isms, or identity politics, as we like to call it, into video games. I know, right? It's okay, Daddy. Can I hit them? So this is the thing, right? You can't skip this cutscene. I think it forces you to listen to this cringe dialogue, even though it's absolutely hilarious at the same time. I mean, if there was an option for your player, Eternity, to thwack this person or get into a fight with them, that would be absolutely hilarious. Let's carry on.
I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I've got a few questions to ask you, like, what is on with that phallic microphone right there? Rainbow colors unite, folks.
It's your first time, right? Don't worry, though. Eternity's got you. Try accessing the various points around here, and I'll come give you a quick rundown.
Oh, no! Look at the devil! What's ever happened to just putting on a video game and getting on with the proceedings? Why does Capcom have to now embrace identity politics into their games? Just give us a game, guys. We don't want to see all these frills, everything going on. Nobody needs to see that. We don't need it.
Now,
hang on a second. Did I just see who's that? Who was that I saw behind the counter? Hang on a second. I saw something pretty funny. Where was it? Come on. Go back. Yeah, look at that. The bloke behind the counter, the event counter. What is going on with that?
Now, go explore and have some fun.
Well, that is going to be the campest voiceover I've ever heard. Street Fighter 6, this was a playthrough on Red Brad's channel. I had to highlight this because it is hilarious. A little bit cringe, but then you've got to worry about the state of video games going forward because CD Projekt Red, they did this ESG, very horrible cringe video a few days ago. Wasn't received very well, and basically CD Projekt Red were talking about, it seems like they were making a public apology for all their misgivings, all their wrongdoings. So going forward, all their future video games are going to reflect diversity, the real world SJW isms that we've come to know and detest and loathe in equal measure. And it's going to be in their future video games, whether it means a future Cyberpunk game or a Witcher game. Well, if it happens, I tell you what, I'm not going to be supporting them anymore. I mean, up to now, I have enjoyed The Witcher 3, what I've seen of it, the TV show, to an extent. But again, you know, we are talking about Netflix. We're talking about the fact they just can't make an original show without throwing in real world identity politics. You know what I mean? It's getting to that point where I'm just resigning. I'm zoning out. And you know, the fact that at some point down the line, all these big multimedia corporations are going to force you to watch digital content only. And again, if I were you folks, just go out there, buy the physical version as soon as you can. Source it from eBay, get it from Amazon, whatever it takes, just do it, because one day you will thank me for telling you to do this. I've been saying this for a while now. Physical media rules. It is not going out of fashion. People will say, oh, physical media is going to be phased out. No, it's not. Otherwise, why would stores like HMV and Amazon and other outlets like Zavvi, why would they still continue to sell digital media? Because it's a money-making market for them. It's always going to be there. Steelbooks, 4K books, whatever, they're all going to be out there and people will still crave them. So listen to me, folks, because you know what? When in a couple of years' time, when all this shit starts to blow out of proportion, you'll come back. Can you remember that good old Jace and other fellow content creators like him warned you this was going to happen? So, folks, if you enjoyed this video today, make sure you give it a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right in the nards. And if I were you, and if you were me, check out the next video.
Approved by 1970s Robert Redford.